Hare Krishna. Today we will discuss what is dharma. Dharma in any situation is ascertained by asking the simple question as to what is the purpose that situation is supposed to serve as intended by the creator of this universe. To align with that purpose is called dharma. Just like if you buy an electronic gadget, you will get a manual which gives you directions how to operate it so that you can get from it what it is designed for. So also dharma. It is the directions that are designed by the creator in order to get the best out of the human life. If the population has to experience prosperity, peace and happiness, there are directions given by the designer of this very world, who is God, the creator. And there are 4 pillars of dharma. Now imagine the world supported by 4 great pillars of dharma, each holding up a side of human civilization. And what happens when one pillar weakens? The balance begins to shift. And if all the 4 pillars begin to crack, the society itself is at the risk of collapse. According to Srimad Bhagavatam, the 4 pillars that uphold not only just the world, but also the peace and balance within each individual and the society. These 4 pillars are Satyam, Saucham, Daya and Tapa. Satyam means truthfulness, Saucham means cleanliness, Daya means compassion, Tapa means austerity. These basic virtues are the very foundation of a healthy civilization that accelerate the progress of humanity towards the spiritual progress of human existence, not only of the present life, but even thereafter. Take Satyam or truthfulness. It means being honest, not only with others, but with oneself. It means to speak what is right, uplifting, and that which is aligned with dharma. A true leader or a spiritual teacher always speaks the truth to elevate our lives, lead us towards dharma. When truth becomes the foundation, there is no room for cheating, corruption or exploitation. Take Saucham or cleanliness. It is of 2 types. The first one is the external, bathing regularly, keeping our clothes, home, surroundings clean. The second is the internal cleanliness, clean thoughts, pure motives, a heart free from envy, ego and lust. Because everything starts in the mind. First we think, then we feel, and finally we act. A clean mind leads to a peaceful life. And the most powerful way to purify the mind is by chanting the holy names of God, which are all supremely pure in themselves. Purna Shuddha. Just like you put an iron in the fire, slowly it becomes hot and becomes red hot like fire. Similarly, by chanting the holy names of God, our attention touches God's name, the purity of God spreads into our hearts, and we become also godly and pure. Next, take Daya, which is compassion. It is the ability to see all living beings with a heart of care, kindness and love. It means universal love. Whether it is human being or animal or even small insect, we see that every soul is a part of one supreme God who is addressed differently by different people. When this understanding awakens in us, then there will be no cruelty, violence and unnecessary killing. And when we practice devotion to God, this quality of compassion becomes unlimited, because we begin to love not just based on body or appearance, but based on the soul, the eternal spirit person within each body. Next, let's take Tapaha or austerity. It means to willingly accept difficulties for spiritual progress. Whether it's fasting, tolerating the urges, controlling the senses, or rising early in the morning, all these purify the body, mind and the soul. Thus, when we live a regulated spiritual life of dharma, we naturally rise above the destructive habits that pull down our consciousness to lower levels of modes of Rajoguna and Tamoguna. We reconnect our real identity not as this body, but as the eternal, tiny spirit persons who are all part and parcel of the Supreme Spirit Person, Krishna. Just see how timeless is our Vedic wisdom. These 4 pillars were introduced thousands of years ago, and yet they remain the most relevant even to solve today's crisis on this earth. It is man's selfishness of exploiting each other, which is the very cause of all disturbances in the society. The cause of all the disturbance in the society is selfishness of the individuals. If children in the society are trained from childhood in these 4 principles of dharma, they will grow up as mature individuals who are less self-centered and automatically they nurture in themselves great spiritual qualities which embodies these 4 principles of dharma. And above all, by practicing these values sincerely, we move closer to life's highest goal, which is to awaken our pure love of God and return to our eternal home at the lotus feet of Krishna. Thus, by adopting these 4 principles of dharma, one not only makes his material life successful, but also his spiritual life. Hare Krishna.